What's going on, guys? Smiley's here, bringing you another OU narration. Now that Genesec's gone to Ubers, I really feel like OU is the best metagame right now. It seems pretty balanced. It's quite easy to make a good team. It's pretty fun. This is a new team that you guys haven't seen before, so I'll quickly run through it. That Gengar is a SubSplit Gengar. And the Gyarados is a SubDD Gyarados, and both of those are my main two sweepers that I like to use here. They're both very, very good at killing things. The Heat Train is an offensive stealth rocker set. The Amoonguss is standard Amoonguss, Spore and Stun Spore, and yeah. That's a Scarf Chomp, and that is a Banded Terrakion. As you'll see, the very first turn in the battle, that does some damage. The things that I'm most afraid of on his team are the Landorus. If it's special Landorus, it's always a threat, and the Terrakion because, well, Terrakion's always a threat too. So, let's get on with the battle here. So he leads off with Rotom, and I lead off with Terrakion, and well, I have a beta Terrakion. You're not gonna survive. Yeah, that Rotom just gets taken out first turn, and that is amazing. But he brings in Scissor. I can't stay in, so I switch into Gyarados to get the Intimidate, and he decides to go for U-turn, knowing that I would want to switch. Don't want to lose Terrakion that early. Now he brings in Terrakion here, so now I have to switch out Gyarados, and I decide to just go straight into Garchomp, predicting the Stone Edge, as he does go straight for the Stone Edge. And he's probably choiced as he switches out here into Landorus. Now I'm going to take an Earthquake. I was close to going for the Dragon Claw, predicting that, but I decided just to play it safe. I switch into Landorus, predicting the ground type move. I'm pretty sure he's not going to want to stay in here because he can't really kill me with any one move. I go for the Dragon Dancer. To be honest, I should have just gone for the Waterfall. Probably could have 2-hit KO'd this Tyranitar. Yeah, that was a mistake on my part, but I switch out the Garchomp, predicting the Rock move again, as he just goes for Stealth Rocks. Now I go for Dragon Claw there, predicting him to switch into Landorus, but he actually doesn't. He actually stays in with a T-Tar. I don't know why he did, but he does. So now I have to switch out into Gyarados, knowing he's not going to want to just go for a Rock move on the Garchomp. He actually goes for a Superpower. I don't actually know if he has a Rock Stab. He never actually showed it this battle. So this turn he is going to switch out as I decide to just sit up a sub because I know he's not going to want to stay in here. Now with this Terrakion, I'm not playing any games. I'm not setting up here. If this Scarfed, he still outspeeds me anyway, so I'm just going to go straight for the Waterfall, and that takes out the Terrakion. That's awesome because that's one huge threat gone. So now, right here, he's going to bring in his Celebi, and I don't want to lose this just yet. It makes good fodder for later. So I go right into Amoonguss, predicting the Grass move. Since he has Giga Drain, I'm thinking he's probably a defensive set. So I'm banking on the fact that he does not have the Psychic, and it turns out he probably does not have the Psychic, and he goes right in the Tyranitar, and I just go straight for the Spore, as Amoonguss usually does. So that Tyranitar is asleep, and will be asleep for most of the remainder of the match here. He goes right into Scissor, and I just go for HP Ice. I know he wanted to switch. On the off chance he switched into Celebi or Landorus, I just went to HP Ice there. Maybe I should have predicted this to come in, I don't know, but I just go right into Heatran as he decides to U-turn out. He's obviously going to go into Landorus, and he does indeed go into Landorus. Predicting the ground move, I go into Gengar, but he actually goes to the Rock Polish here, and that scares me a lot. But I know that since he has Rock Polish, he probably doesn't have the Psychic, so it only has Hidden Power to hit me, and I can hit him hard with a Shadow Ball here. And then I could just sacrifice my Gengar this turn here. And my Terrakion actually has Quick Attack. And that saved me this battle, because Landorus probably would have swept me if I didn't have Quick Attack on this thing. But I'm able to go for Quick Attack and take out the Landorus, and that is great. So now he brings in Scissor, and well, I just pronounced it differently. Anyways, he brings in Scissor, and right now I'm just going to switch into Gyarados as Death Fodder. I'm pretty sure he's going to go for U-turn, but if he went for Bullet Punch, I was fine. Now I have the switch initiative as he goes right into Celebi. I am going to decide to go into Heat Train here, hoping he doesn't have the Earth Power, and it turns out he does not have the Earth Power, else he would have went for it there. He goes right in the T-Tar, predicting the Fire move. Pretty good play. But this allows me to switch out, since I know he has a guaranteed turn of sleep, right into the Terrakion, as of course he's going to sleep because this is guaranteed turn. Now the switch to Celebi here is very, very obvious, so I just go right for the X Scissor and clean take out the Celebi, and that is great. Now right here he's going to bring in Scissor, and I kind of play a little too conservative here. Right now right here, I go into move gets really mainly as a pivot switch. He goes for the U-turn again into Tyranitar. Now right here, I probably should have just switched out directly into Garchomp or Terrakion, but I stay in thinking he might try to switch out again, and I just go for the Stun Spore. That was probably a mistake. I should have just switched directly into Terrakion or Garchomp, but right now I'm going to go into Garchomp, as he's going to stay asleep again this turn. Now I'm going to just go straight for the Earthquake, as both of his Pokemon will not appreciate it. Now this Cheetar actually lives. If I had switched that first turn, it would have died because it would not have had the second leftovers recovery there. But it's fine because it's able to die to Rough Skin. Now I bring in Heat Train. I'm like, okay, game's over. But I miss Fire Blast one turn, and he goes for Sword Stance. I'm like, okay, let's hit the Fire Blast this time. And of course I miss it again. Now I'm really scared because if another Bullet Punch, if he gets 2 more Bullet Punches off, he's able to kill me. But I luckily hit the Fire Blast the third time. If I had not hit the Fire Blast there, I probably would have lost, because he would have had a +2 Sword Stance and +2 Sword Stance, +2 Bullet Punch, and he would have been able to kill the rest of my game.